So good afternoon, ma'am. I am Anajazi Nikuya, and today I'm going to report about Julia's first step in approach to problem solving. So before we dig deep into Julia's first step, I'm going to discuss first what is the word problem, what are the steps or method that was involved in solving a problem, and even what is method and what is the answer. So, here we go. What is the word problem? Problem is a statement requiring a solution, usually by means of a mathematical operation or geometric construction. In short words, the word problem is a mathematical construction which we use words instead of numbers. For example, 1 plus 1. Instead of the number 1 plus 1, instead of the number 1 plus 1, we use the words 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is equals to, and problem solving has a lots of method that has in it. So marami siyang mga components in terms of problem solving. There could be a lot of ways na magagamit natin or mapapadali yung pag-understand natin sa problema, paano siya masasagot. So, there are actually 5 components which are identifying the problem, gathering information, generating possible solution, implementing the solution, and monitoring and reviewing. So in our identifying the problem, we recognize and clearly defining the problem is the first step. So as for makita natin yung problem, automatically matatanong natin kung what is asked or what are given, what operation to be used, mga ganun. So as for gathering information, yung what are the givens. Gathering information and collecting relevant data, facts, and resources to understand the problem better and explore potential solution. Now that we have a problem here, since meron tayong given na 1, then ang ating keyword is plus, we know that 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. And ang given doon is ang 1 and 1 and also yung plus. For generating possible solution, brainstorming and coming up with various approaches or strategies to address the problem. Kagaya nito, if gagamitin natin if may time na ginamit yung word for the problem words, which is 1 plus 1 is equals to, we already know there are positive numbers, and since wala mong negative, and nalalaman natin, since meron tayong keyword na plus, nalalaman natin na 1 is plus to 1 is equals to 2, which also implementing the solution, which is putting the chosen solution. Ganun, 1 plus 1. Now, in monitoring and reviewing, continuously checking the progress and effectiveness of the implemented solution. Now, in the field of mathematics, we have tons of ways to check our problem if it's correct or not. So, in addition, the opposite solution ng addition is subtraction. Now, kung malalaman natin kung tama ba yung sagot ko, which is 2, which is you already know, but if kailangan talaga ng time na kailangan ng guro or nakalagay din sa instruction na kailangan natin i-check yung sagot if tama ba o mali. Sa field ng mathematics, ang kabaliktaran ng addition is subtraction at kabaliktaran din ng multiplication is division. Now, paano natin ito i-minus? Pwede natin gamitin ng addend, which is yung 1, at i-minus natin sa 2, we'll transpose positive 2 minus 1 is equals to positive 1 since greater naman yung 2. At saka yung sign is positive since wala siyang negative. So, now that we check our answer that is correct, we can confirm that 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Since our checking is 2 minus to the addend of 1 is equals to 1. The method is the way or techniques that was used to solve the problem, which is identifying the problem, gathering information, generating possible solution, implementing the solution, and checking. And now for the answer. The answer is a number or quantity that was asked to be solved on a problem. So, keyword dito sa answer is that was asked to be solved on a problem, which is yung number na tinatanong dito. Ito. Yun. Which is ito. 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So, ito yung answer. Ito yung way of checking. And pag-confirm, natawag ka yung sagot 1. Now, before we proceed to Pulya's first step, let me introduce first George Pulya. So, George Pulya was an Hungarian mathematician known for his work in probability, combinatorics, and number theory. George Pulya was born in 1887 and passing in 1985. Pulya made significant contributions to mathematical education, particularly through his book How to Solve It, which provides a systematic method for problem solving. Now, problem solving, yun na yun. Yung first, nanggaling na rin dito yung, kumbaga naka-inspire yung what is asked, what are the given, what question to be used, doon sa na-discover ni Pulya, which is understanding the problem, devise a plan, carry out the plan, look back, and reflect. So, understanding the problem. In understanding the problem, it involves thoroughly grasping what the problem is asking by identifying all given information, determining what needs to be found or solved, and recognizing any constraints to the condition. Now, yun na yun. Basically, what is asked. Ano, like, tinatanong or nagbibigay siya ng kumbaga, nagbigay ang guro ng isang problem, tapos binasa mo doon, automatically, since binasa mo naman, ma-understand mo na yung problem. Para 1 plus 1 is equals to devising a plan. Now, in devising a plan, we need to basically create a plan. It could be identifying the goal, writing an equation, drawing a diagram, drawing a graph, conduct an experiment, and make a table and chart. Same thing as this, like devising a plan. Before natin ito, nasagutan kanina, ito yun. Yan. Now, in carrying out the plan, his phase involves implementing the strategy or method that you devised in the previous step. It requires careful and methodical execution, ensuring each part of the plan is followed accurately. Now, we need to make sure sa part na carry out the plan, we need to work carefully, keep a neat record of all your attempts para makita natin yung data kung saan ba yung tama or possible na sagot sa trinay mo na method. And modify your plan if it's not working. Now, as for review the solution, in reviewing the solution, this phase involves critically examining the solution obtained to ensure its correct and complete answer. It includes verifying each step taken, checking calculations, and considering whether the solution makes sense in the context of the problem. Ito na yun. 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Tanong natin, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Pero, if tinanong ang guro or requires isang exam or quiz na kailangan talaga ng checking para ma-validate yung answer, pwede lang natin i-transpose. Makikita natin kung ang answer ng 2 minus 1 is equals to 1 itself. Now, since it-transpose natin yung positive sa ibang side, naging negative yun. So, 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. And by that, malalaman natin kung tama ba yun. By that, malalaman natin na tama yung sagot. As for my examples, now, as for my example, if 6 people shake hands with Now, as for our understanding the plan, if 6 people shake hands with one another in a conference, how many unique handshakes will take place? Now, as for understanding the plan, our keyword here is unique. So, as it says, unique, di pwede nang magkabalik yung iba-ibang tao. As we need to identify the handshake that will take place. Now, as for our device of plan, we represent 6 people with 6 letters. Now, you can partner A with B. A with A, B, B, C, B, C, A, is A, C, as it said, unique pala yung handshake. May part na A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E, A, F. As for B, B and C, B and D, B and E, B. As for C, C and D, C and E, C and F and D and E, D, and F. As for E, it only has F, E, F, I suppose. So, in 6 people that should hand in one under the conference, there are only 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 plus 4, 9, 3 plus 2, 5, plus 5, 6, 6 plus 9, there are only 15 unique handshake that take place. Now, if we review the solution, the first person will take 5 handshakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as for the second person, you will have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now say 5 is the 4. The third person will give 1, 2, 3 handshakes. The fourth person will give 2 handshakes. As for the fifth person, give only 1 handshake. That will conclude if our answer is wrong. But in this case, it has 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and to sum it up, it's going to go with 15 unique features. Now, for my second example, what is the answer if we add 2 into the difference of 7 and 9? As for our understanding of the problem, we need to identify, we need to know that what will be the possible answer if we add the 2 into the answer of 7 minus 9, or 7 deducted to 9. Now, as for our device of plan, we need to input our given, which is 7 minus 9 and is equals to n, and n plus 2 is equals to. And as for our carrying output na, we need to input our answer. Now, 7 minus 9, and we all know that the 9 has the greater value of 7, and since it has negative sign, the answer will be negative. Now, 7 minus 9 is negative 2. Now, if we put 2 on behalf of n, negative 2 plus 2 is equals to 0. Since if we deduct same number to a positive number plus the same number with a negative number, the answer will come up into 2. Now, how do we check this? Simple. Just have to check if our answer, the calculation is correct. Now, since negative 2 plus 2 is equals to 0. That way concludes if our answer is correct. A group of 266 persons consists of men, women, and children. There are 4 times as many as children and twice as many women as children. Now, how many each are there? Now, in this example, we need to input let x is the number of children. And as per what the problem says, man has 4 times men are 4 times as many as children. And women is twice as many as children. So you have X besides the number of children. Now, in this problem, there are 266 persons. I'll denote person P. And if we put our answer as our carrying out the plan, x plus 4x plus 2x. Now, x plus 4x is equals to 5x, and 5x plus 2x is equals to 7x. Now, how do we cancel a x into the 7? We simply divide, or how do we cancel the 7 into x to represent the number of each variable, which is the man element. Now 7 divided 7 is 1, which is x, and 266 divided by 7 is 38. X is equals to 38. Since we already have the number of x, we know that the number of children are 38. Now, since nasabi naman yun sa problem kanina na 4 times daw ang number ng men sa children, we simply times 38 into 4. Which lead to 152 men, as well as women. 38 times 8, 16, 3, 6, 7. Now, since meron na tayong answer, alam na natin na yung sagot sa number of each of them is, as for the children is 38, and for the men is 152, and 76 for women. Now, as for our reviewing and checking, let's see if our answer reached into 266 persons. Now, 38 plus 152, then 190. Children and blacks, men. For the women is 6. 6, 9 plus 7, 16. 266. Since our answer came up with 266, that concludes that our answer is correct. So, fourth example, a student chose a number, multiplied it by 2, then subtracted 138 from the result and got 102. What was the number he chose? So, ganun. As what the problem stated, meron siyang given na 2, then 138, and 102. Now we could add 102 sa 138 and divide it by 2. 140. Now 240 divided by 2 is, nakita natin na, or nasabi dun sa problem, meron dito 2 numbers. 240 divided by 2, 120. Now if you check if the answer is correct, to check if our answer is correct, 240 minus 120 is equals to 2 times 4 is 2. Yes, that, but 240 minus 120. Pagkakita natin. 2, magiging 3 na siya, so it's 0. Ang sagot natin sa 102 plus 138 is equal to 40 na ginawa natin pang review o pang check if tama ba yung sagot natin, which also leads 102, meaning tama yung calculation. And so now the problem asks that a student chose a number and multiplied it by 2, then subtracted 138 from the result and got 102. So what was the number he chose? So simple lang. Subtracted the 138. So you choose 100. Multiplied it by 2. Then subtracted 138 from the result. Now, the problem really asks what are those numbers na kailangan natin i-multiply by 2 and subtract natin sa 138, and ang sagot natin is mag-reach ng 100 or mag-come up into 102. So simple lang, which is itong 120. Since if we times 120 into 2, magiging 240. Pero kung i-subtract natin siya sa 138, which was nasabi kanina sa even, ang sagot niya is 102. Now to conclude my answer, the number that the student chose is 120. Now, as for my last example, hindi ko na kabilang mo ilan yung nabigay ng example dahil what is the answer of the sum of 2 raised to 2 and 10? So as for understanding the problem, we need to find the answer of the sum, or we need to find the sum of 2 raised to 2 and 10. So for our devising plan, 2 raised to 2 plus 10. As for carrying out the plan, 2 raised to 2 equals 4 plus 10 is equals to 40. Now, how do we know if our answer is correct? We simply dismantle 40, which was 4 and 10. Now, we need to square 4, and 4 is a perfect square, which answers 2. 2 is 2 is equals to 4. And that includes my answer if it's right. If it's correct. So, thank you, Mom, and I hope you like my presentation. And as for my reference, here are my reference. But don't worry, Mom, I'll put it into the video. I'll put the slide into the video. So anyway, thank you for listening to my PowerPoint or my presentation about Pulle's first step and Pulle's first step in approach to problem solving. So, thank you.